Published, 11:53 Eastern Standard Time, the 23rd of December 2017. Updated, 13:56 Eastern Standard Time, the 23rd of December 2017. When the new broom arrives, there's going to be a little less mess to clean up. A pigsty, yes, but not quite as filthy as it was. A draw at home against Crystal Palace might not seem like a great deal for Swansea because it isn't. But when you are falling towards the championship at such a mind-scrambling pace, anything other than defeat feels like a gift wrapped in a big shiny bow. The fact that this point came courtesy of a late equaliser, and a screamer from Jordan Ayew to boot, means there might also be some semblance of morale in the squad over Christmas now. For that, the new manager, whoever he may be, ought to be grateful. Jordan Ayew, right, celebrates after netting a sublime late equaliser to rescue a point for Swansea at Liberty Stadium. Ayew fired past Julian Speroni Wood could only dive helplessly and watch the ball fly past him into the far corner. The substitute came on to lift the gloom around the stadium and salvage a draw against Crystal Palace. Credit, therefore, to caretaker Leon Britton and his team of Cameron Toshak, Gary Richards and Tony Roberts. They stopped some of the bleeding and lifted some eyes off the floor. They also got the team playing. Not enough to get excited about, but after the negative tactics and results of Paul Clement, this was a little more traditional for the club, with an attempt to dominate possession. They still struggled terribly with creating good chances, and that is an issue that badly needs addressing in January. But across two-thirds of the field they looked improved, as was their collective attitude, which, again, has to be seen as positive for a side that lost 8 of their previous 10 league games. Indeed, after falling behind to a Luka Milivojevic penalty early in the second half, rather than wilt as they usually do, they found their way back and salvaged their first point of the season from a losing position. Britton remains in the dark over whether he will still be in charge for the Boxing Day clash at Liverpool, with Frank de Boer, Slaven Bilic and Aitor Karanka in the frame for the position full-time. But as a first stab at management, he was satisfied with how it went, especially as his first-ever substitution, Ayew for Luciano Narsingh, made such an impact. "It worked out, didn't it?" he said. "Overall, I am happy today. I'm very proud for the efforts they gave, not just today but over the last few days in difficult circumstances. At home it's been difficult when we've gone behind, but the fans were behind the players even when we conceded. They kept going and we got the reward with a fantastic goal. We kept pushing and it wasn't as if we settled for a point." Luka Milivojevic celebrates scoring the first goal of the game after slotting a penalty effortlessly into the net. The Serbian took the responsibility of the spot kick and stepped up to convert from the spot in the second half. Lukasz Fabianski guessed the wrong way and watched the ball fly past him and into the goal to silence the home fans. Time will tell if it is a result that can contribute to a transformation, because this is a club in desperate trouble, not just on the pitch but also off it, with a crowd desperately unhappy with the ownership. But results can cover up many problems in football, and to that end Palace have to be an inspiration for Swansea, given they were bottom and are now on an 8-game unbeaten run under Roy Hodgson. Hodgson said, "In that first 7 games of the season, we had 0 points. It's an enormous handicap to give yourself and have a big minus goal difference. We needed big performances to get on an even keel, and that's what we've done in the last 2 or 3 months. We've brought ourselves into a pack of teams who have to look over their shoulders and be worried. I expected it to take a lot longer to get ourselves into contention with other teams in the league, but we know there's an awful long way to go and it's going to be a fight for every point until the end of the season." Ruben Loftus-Cheek was chopped down by Federico Fernandez and the referee Craig Pawson pointed to the spot. Ruben Loftus-Cheek left is bundled over unceremoniously by Roque Mesa during a physical challenge for the ball. Zaha shows his evasive skills to power his way past Tom Carroll in the Swansea midfield. An advance up the pitch, Leon Britton, left, was given a warm reception by the home fans as he lined up alongside Roy Hodgson and Ross Townsend. Right, battles for possession with Nathan Dyer, who struggles to hold off the winger. Dyer proved himself a nuisance for the visiting defence as he looked to show off his dribbling ability in the first half. Currently it is a fight they are winning, but there must be a frustration for Hodgson that his talented frontline could not make more of their first half here, even in the absence of the suspended Christian Benteke. Their only goal came from a penalty, awarded after Federico Fernandez tripped Ruben Loftus-Cheek. A bit soft perhaps. In any case, Luka Milivojevic buried the kick down the middle. At this point in games, Swansea usually wilt. But what followed was unexpected, with Ayew blasting into the top corner from 25 yards some 11 minutes after coming on. A stunning impact. The question is whether Swansea's new manager can build on it. Loftus-Cheek soars skywards, but the ball passes him by as the Chelsea loanee loses sight of his target. James McArthur and Zaha end up on the turf after a collision in the air which left both players struggling. Tammy Abraham reacts in frustration as the Swansea striker fails to level the scores against the Eagles. Fabianski exhibits his bravery as the goalkeeper claims the ball before bracing for an impact with Zaha. A number of fans were calling for Swansea chairman Hugh Jenkins to step down and leave the club. Whoever takes over from Leon Britton in charge at Swansea will have a slightly smaller mess to clean up than before.